right, class.
Yes, yes.
Good morning. How's everybody doing today?
Good.
All right. Hey, Peter. Hey, Lauren. All right. So today, for our exercise unit, what we're going to be going over are the principles of fitness. And so, really, what those are, it's to help you determine your own fitness goals, right? So a big part of us learning about exercise is being able to determine our own personal goals, right? So we've kind of reviewed already the components of fitness, which are cardiovascular endurance, muscular strength, muscular endurance, flexibility, and body composition. But what you really need to know too is we need to know different parts of exercise. And so what we're going to talk today is about the principles. And when we talk about the principles, we have a model for how to kind of help us guide us set up our own personal goals, and we're creating our own types of workouts for whatever we need. So the principles of fitness are, as you can see here, we've got frequency. And can anybody take a guess what frequency is when we say frequency? Kind of got a little bit of a clue here. Days. Days of the week. So how would that relate to frequency?
Like you're doing it over and over or something? It's a schedule?
So the word I'm looking for here is how often we do something. So I kind of gave you a little bit of clue. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So that's something that'll help you determine, your workout goals. Another thing we have is intensity. So can you kind of see what I have drawn there, the little picture I've got there? What intensity would mean to you? So can you guys take a guess, Peter or Lauren, either one of you, what intensity would mean to you?
How hard you're going?
Exactly. That's exactly what intensity is, how hard you're going to do it, right? So if we were training for potentially, it'd be different how hard I would run if I was training for a marathon or if I was training for a 100-meter dash, right? I would have different type of intensity levels I'd be training for. Another one would be time. That was pretty self-explanatory, right? Can we see what time would mean for you when we're considering the principles of frequency? Lauren, can you tell me? Why don't you go ahead and show me? Or give me an example of time. What would that mean if you're considering your workout? What would time mean to you?
How long?
Exactly, I have it written right there. And then of course, we've got the types. So we've talked about, so many different types of exercises. I've got a few pictures here drawn for you. We've got basketball, skateboarding, weightlifting. So does that kind of make sense why these principles might make a difference on how you get to that goal that you're trying to achieve, whether it is you're trying to be the world's strongest man, or maybe you're just trying to be healthy for the rest of your life, right? So can we see anything that kind of helps us remember these words? Because these are really important when we're trying to plan our personal workouts. So do we see anything that kind of might help us here? And I'm going to go ahead and just show you right here. So what does this right here that I'm circling, what does that spell right there? Fit. It's got an extra T, right? So yeah, we're using a little bit of a mnemonic device here to kind of help us remember these 4 principles. So it's fit, right? So it's frequency, intensity, time, and type. Does that help us remember a little bit better? So fit, can we remember that? Why don't we go ahead and say it real quick? Why don't we do it together here? So what's F, you two?
Frequency.
What's I?
Intensity.
What's the T?
Time.
And what's the last T?
Type.
All right, great job. So now we kind of covered this. So what I'd like you to do now is, in your own words, I would like you to write out the 4 principles of fitness, and just in your own words, explain what those are to you and how you would, why it's important in designing your own workout goals. So go ahead and start right now. So I'll kind of leave this up for you if you need a little remember. Remember, what's the acronym we're going to use to remember?
Fit.
FIT. All right, very good. So let's see if we'll go from there. Go ahead and get busy. Go ahead, if you have any questions, raise your hand. Don't be shy to ask. I'll come around and help you. What's your question?
I forgot what you said.
Okay, so remember what are the principles of fitness? Can you at least write those out for me? Can you remember the acronym?
Fit.
FIT, very good. Can you remember what the F stands for?
Frequency.
Very good. just fill out the words first, and then we can go from there. That's close enough. Yeah, that's a hard word to spell. We'll practice on it later. How about the I? Can you remember what the I is? Remember we talked about like maybe if I was training for a marathon or if I was training for maybe the 100 meters, how hard I would do something. Peter's got it. Can you help her out, Pete? Intensity. Very good. So how hard I'm gonna do something. So we got time. Remember the next T? I kind of gave that one to you. Pete helped you out with that one. What's the last one? Very good. All right, and we'll spend the next couple minutes if you just kind of give your own words, your little definition of how those apply to your fitness goals.